Hey everyone, this is Dr. Nada, and today we're gonna see if the Wabbajack Modlist for Baldur's Gate 3 Listonomicon is for you. Be sure to stay until the end because this information is gonna help you decide if downloading all these files for a full day is worth it. Let's start with the most important point. Does it work right out of the box with minimal extra work? 100%. While you should do a clean reinstall of Baldur's Gate 3 before you install this mod list, which you can learn how to do using my video on the screen and in the video description, I took the few hours to install the mod list, I launched it by mod organizer, and then I was ready to go just like that. You do have to start a new game to avoid problems, so you won't be able to bring your prior character. So that is something to be aware of. Next most important, who is this mod list for? This mod list is for people who want to completely immerse themselves in the world of Baldur's Gate. This entire collection is all about making gameplay feel more satisfying, which somewhat comes with greater difficulty. While the difficulty is ultimately optimized for tactician, you really are intended to take your time in exploring everything that you can. So the difficulty is ramped up a bit to make it so you really do have to go check out that random NPC or that random corner so you're ready for more interesting people like Ketherick. But that being said, there are new features that will make all those old enemies you're familiar with feel fresh. And that goes into the next point in what this collection adds. This is where things get really exciting. Beyond difficulty changes for people who want the game to be easier or harder, this mod list adds so many options for new encounters and customization. Be sure to like and subscribe if that sounds great. This includes adding new spells which you can use along with your enemies. There are also new feats and new subclasses to make it all feel even more like a fully customizable Dungeons and Dragons experience. There are also items that can now be upgraded. There is of course so much more than just that, including Withers being a merchant now. So now let's go over just a few of those 700-ish mods that I thought were really cool. Raphael's bed story allows you to still kill Harleap while retaining your dignity while learning that Raphael isn't so great with Harleap. So you'll have that conversation option. Topple the Weave introduces consequences if you allow Volo to die, considering his central role, which will essentially bring wild magic into play in just about every interaction after that point. Reduce NPC banter repetitiveness is going to do just what it sounds to again make things feel fresh. Justice for Nessa makes Yurgiri's pet from Shar's Temple recruitable after you slay them, offering another fuzzy friend for your playthrough. More Mimics adds more mimics to the game, making opening a simple chest feel so much more impactful. And dark merge odds enable you to give vanilla characters like Shadowheart the Dark Urge background. Now, does this mod list make the game feel a lot harder? What if you want to relax into things a bit? Well, the custom difficulty is kind of an adaptation of Honor mode with some additional things sprinkled in. There are several optional mods that you can use with the mod list to make things harder or easier, so you can still see a lot in the game while having everything feel fresh without necessarily getting beat into a pulp. Unless you're into that, of course, of which case there are mods for you. You can enable optional mods like Absolute Wrath, which will give all your enemies random buffs to make combat feel that much more difficult. And that's just one of the mods that can make things more challenging. Valkrana's Skeletal Challenge can also randomly spawn skeletons during your combat to make things a little bit more dynamic. But if you want to make things feel easier, there's the Mother of Spiders mod, which allows you to recruit spiders over the game for having 8-legged companions. There's Ring of Kobold Summoning. There is also the Companion Compendium, which allows you to recruit more than 50 new creatures that can become your companions. So how much space do you need for all of these wonderful features? It comes with about 700 moss that takes up 56 gigabytes of space. But fortunately, once it's downloaded, you can delete the downloads folder that takes up 28 gigabytes, so it frees that up. While it's not necessarily that much more wild, you may need to shuffle things around if you're starting to get a little full. Ready to try this mod list out? Check out the link in the video description while liking and subscribing. It really does help my channel a lot. If there's another mod list that you'd like me to check out, let me know and let my Wi-Fi do the work. Thanks for watching and Starship out.